Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to talk to you about 3 power tools that you need to carry as a plumber. Now, during my whole career, for about 10 to 12 years of it, I only had these 3 different types. It wasn't until I got later on into my career that I was able to get a little bit more different power tools depending on the types of job that I was doing. These 3 types pretty much got me through every single job. 2 of them were actually corded for a very, very long time. It wasn't until probably, I don't know, a couple of years ago that I actually swapped fully to a full cordless system that, yeah, these ones were still doing a job. And in fact, actually one of them I still use as a corded because sometimes you just need power for quite a long time, and swapping in and out of batteries for hard tasks is just not effective. The first power tool that I think you should buy, flat out, hands down, everybody's got one, is a Combi Drill. I would normally use a Combi Drill for like screwing wall plugs in walls, small little drill bits, and also for hole saw drilling and spade bits mainly. So yeah, because obviously they got a chuck, you can obviously screw different types of thicknesses of shanks into them. What I also like to carry is a little bit holder. So this transfers from my chuck into the like the impact driver sort of type. So this will carry the hex bits. I like to use the hex bits because I don't really like keep undoing the chucks all the time. I'm pretty sure this will make my drill last 10 times better. So yeah, a Combi Drill has 2 functions. You get hammer, and you normally get like your normal drill, as well as variable speed on it. Yeah, that's the first power tool that I think you should get. The second one is a MultiTool. So a MultiTool will do all those tasks that you normally would do with a handsaw, but 10 times easier and probably 10 times quicker, depending on the area that you're cutting. So I use a MultiTool mainly for like floorboards. So if you're cutting floorboards up, these are really good because you can get either tight against the skirting boards or fairly close. And depending on how far you're actually drilling into them, you can like feel the depth when you're cutting. So obviously when you start to feeling it go really loose, that's obviously when you're going through straight away through, especially if you're doing floorboards. And yeah, I find that I can gauge it really, really nicely with a MultiTool. Also, if you're doing a lot of bathrooms, a MultiTool is really good for cutting your like toilets and your basin units back against your skirting board. So I don't know how people used to cut skirting boards, especially without scagging the walls, but using a MultiTool definitely aids that, and yeah, it's really good. It's also good for cutting things that are in tight spaces. So if you've got waste pipes that need to cut flush, anything like that, a MultiTool can just, yeah, go straight through it. And this was one of the items that I had a corded version for a very long time. So I used to carry, I'm pretty sure it was a Makita corded MultiTool for a long while. And then obviously in the last couple of years, I actually swapped to full, with a battery system. So second on the list to buy, definitely a MultiTool. The last item which I think that you need is a SDS. Now obviously this is a battery one, and an SDS is very good for if you're doing a lot of chase work. So especially as an apprentice, you find yourself doing a lot of chasing. I know the very first job that I ever had was chasing thermalite bricks for first fix. So this will do hammer and drill on hammer and just normal drilling. We normally use an SDS drill for any of the hard bricks that we come across. If you've got engineering bricks or anything like that, then obviously you need a bit more of a powerful tool than a Combi Drill. So you get the SDS out and he just sort of plows through pretty much anything that you put through it. For long drill bits, so if you're going through outside walls for outside taps and stuff like that, then an SDS is very, very useful for that. You can probably use a Combi Drill, but I wouldn't probably recommend it. SDS is good. Core hole drilling is obviously a must as well. So if you're a plumber, if you're putting like soil stacks through, or if you're doing boilers, obviously you need to put the flue through, you need to be able to drill either a 4-inch or a 5-inch hole, maybe even bigger on some things. So a SDS is 100% needed for that. I always used a corded Makita SDS for all my core hole drilling, and that pretty much, I still got that now. So if I'm coring for a toilet or a flue, then I would always use a SDS. So yeah, these are my 3 main types of power tools that I carry. They're definitely the ones that I think that you'll be able to do most jobs with. You can buy all the fancy ones and waste all your money, but you know, it's completely up to you. If you're on a budget, stick to these 3 different types and you should be able to do all the plumbing jobs that you come across. So if you like today's plumbing video, please give it a like, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.